They were tied. Look at them right there, the two best eaters in the world, the two best eaters of all time.
The first minute is already gone by, and it's 10-8 as they pass through the first minute. Chestnut is in the lead.
So important for Joey to get out front ahead. Now look at Bob Shout. What the Christy Lee Cook is happening here? Bob Shout is in second place. He's ahead of Kobayashi.
Well, and you suggested that there could be upsets here today, and that's what we're looking for.
Well, there's Kobayashi. He does start turning the numbers now, just one back. He'll get into a rhythm, and he'll stay in that rhythm. You know, it's so refreshing. We live in an era of hybrid Yukons and diet pet food. We live in an era of camera-ready Mike Golick's. It's just nice to see these guys go after the dogs like this.
Take a look at Chiviant down on the end.
32-year-old spine surgeon, lives in rural Tennessee, but he has a affinity for the expensive things. The Ritz-Carlton bottle service at the table. They don't have that at the Applebee's in Murfreesboro. So if he can win or place today, he'll be out on the circuit full-time. Expense accounts, lots of pretty girls and fancy hotel rooms.
The numbers continue to mount up as we move closer through the second minute of the 10 minutes of competition. There's Crazy Legs Conti.
Right in the middle of the screen where he likes to be. Shares a birthday with George Clooney, and that's really where the similarities end. This is the 6th straight year in the Nathan Spinal for Crazy Legs. Will it be his last? I just can't say, but watching him eat is like a little slow nowadays. It's like watching erosion of the NBA draft. Crazy Legs needs to speed it up if he's going to stay with these guys.
And as we go through the 2.5-minute mark, Chestnut showing 21, Kobayashi is showing 18.
And Juliette Lee, that's a mother I'd like to befriend. She's ranked number 10 in the world, and she's eaten all variety of food. She's the cranberry sauce eating champ of the world. She's eaten 13 pounds of cranberry sauce in competition. Has a great facility with the hot dog.
And as we continue to post for you the numbers for everybody in competition, upper left-hand corner of your screen.
Oh, there's Patrick Van Dam, Paul. I mentioned it earlier. The best rookie performance of all time. He ate 31 hot dogs to qualify. He is the Timu Solani of salami. Will he be the next Fred Lynn or the next Ryan Leaf? It's hard to say. We'll know in a few minutes.
3 minutes of the competition are now gone. 10 minutes this year, unlike the 12 in the previous years.
Now look at that two-shot. Sonia Thomas and Pat Bertoletti. Sonia Pat, two of the best eaters ever, eating side by side again. They're often matched like this. She is Annika to his Tiger, Steffi Graf to his Andre Agassi. She is Madonna to his A-Rod. And also, Paul, if you look, you can't see it now. She's very, very sneaky, but she'll box out. She'll try to get in Bertoletti's space. She's like the Danica Patrick. She blocks.
And look at Kobayashi. He's not really in the game. Jimmy Dykes, what's going on down there?
Kobayashi, I'll tell you what, he's really going to have to step it up here. We're almost halfway through this contest, and he's getting crushed by Joey Chestnut, the asparagus-eating champ, the crystal-eating champ out of San Jose, California. Can he maintain his spot on the mantle atop the world of competitive eating, the fastest-growing sport, perhaps the most important sport in the world?
All right, now we have Jimmy, right? Well, we were hoping to get Jimmy. Probably.
Paul, I can tell you right now, Joey Chestnut knows exactly where Kobayashi is. Before everybody looks over to check out Kobayashi's numbers, and think about this. Chestnut has told us before, he works a lot on his upper abdomen muscles to push those hot dogs down. Right now, the two best are neck and neck.
And as we're getting ready to go through the halfway point, it is still Chestnut in the lead. But Kobayashi is beginning to close.
Yeah, Kobayashi is closing. This is on. This is very on at the halfway point. I'm glad I'm wearing an adult diaper, Paul, because this is an extremely exciting and emotional day in Coney Island. Who will win? They both have to win. This man right there, Kobayashi, must win to maintain his brand.
And you can see by the count, it remains about a 2-dog difference. And both of them have a dog in the fight.
If you look at Tim Janis right there, he came out strong. He's got 25 down. What an eater. He's the canola eating champ. Loves the sweet food. Also the tamale eating champ of Louisville, Texas.
Just passed through the halfway point. Listen to that crowd.
The numbers seem and I can't, again, I won't do math on TV. The numbers seem a little off right now. These guys have to close the gap here in the final 4.5 minutes.
Well, and that's part of what we wanted to know about the 10-minute competition, which will be the standard now. Whatever, they will set a record today for the modern 10-minute competition.
Neck and neck, I think, right now, Paul.
You take a look as we count down. We're ready to pass through the 6th minute.
it's dead even, as George says on the stage, Paul. And I'll tell you, the jaw issue seems to have gone away pretty well. He must be taking glucosamine and chondroitin for that healthy jaw muscle, because he's right there.
Well, of course, he went to the best in Tokyo. Had a lot of work. Bertoletti.
Patrick Bertoletti. Ice cream eating champ, pizza eating champ. They call him Deep Dish because he started off in the Deep Dish pizza eating champion circuit in Chicago, and Eater X and he fighting it out, slugging it out for third place right now. Sonia Thomas, though, keeping pace with them.
And as you look at the numbers, there's nobody else in the league with Kobayashi and Chestnut. And Kobayashi is trying to catch Chestnut, and he goes into the lead.
These guys are absolute magicians. Look, I mean, hybrid Yukons, drill bit Taylor, bleach alternative. I don't have all the answers, but what I do know is Kobayashi and Joey Chestnut can eat, and they can eat very quickly.
Well, we've got two different counts working for us here. One up on the stage is now showing that Kobayashi has gone to the lead, and Chestnut is trailing by one hot dog.
Wow.
3 minutes to go.
Coming down to the final minutes like we thought it might.
Let's go to Jimmy Dykes.
Paul, I'm right here behind the two leaders, Chestnut and Kobayashi. For the first 7 minutes, Kobayashi has seemed very calm, very much in control, very much in a rhythm, where Chestnut is beginning to struggle a little bit. I can also tell you the heat and the humidity is very intense up here right now.
And as we go into the last 2.5 minutes, they are running neck and neck. Kobayashi surges ahead, then Chestnut catches him and pulls ahead. But it's a very even fight right now. The two best in the world, the mustard belt is on the line.
You know, I come in here, Paul, as a sports fan, if nothing else, and there are certainties in sports, the way things will play out. Tiger will win another Masters. Brady will win another Super Bowl. Lance Armstrong will perhaps start dating Jennifer Aniston. It's got to be in the cards, right? And Kobayashi will win another mustard yellow belt. He is healthy. Will it happen today? Not if Joey Chestnut has his way.
Well, we're going to know in less than 2 minutes now as the clock continues to count. Kobayashi is in the lead. And now Joey Chestnut equals him, but Kobayashi's working that 51st dog. And there it is. Kobayashi assumes the lead again.
Wow,
and Chestnut matches him.
Bite for bite, jowl to jowl down there. Whatever happens will change our world so greatly there'll be no turning back. It's July 4. We're in the epicenter of patriotism right here in Coney Island, and the crowd.
Will the belt stay in America? Will it stay in the hands of Chestnut? Or will it go back to Japan and Kobayashi? Kobayashi slowed down just a moment ago.
It's going to come down to his final minute. I mean, can you get there? Can you win? He's keeping pace right now. Kobayashi, like Rocco Mediate, keeping pace. He's a little bit off.
And the countdown clock now passes through 1 minute of this 10-minute competition. Kobayashi has the lead by 2 dogs. Can Chestnut catch up? Both of them are just pushing the envelope now.
The passion is raw out here. The Americans, of course, pulling for Joey. And the Kobe fans and the Japanese pulling